Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another top 5 video, and I've said this for a while now, so it's going to sound like I'm repeating myself, but music, for me personally, is an extremely important part of any media that I watch, whether it be a movie or an anime TV show or even a video game. And having focused for so long on music when I play a video game or watch anime or watch a movie, there's one trick that I've seen consistently that, whether you're aware of it or not, has been used in every single form of media that I just listed, which is the idea of introducing a theme to a specific moment or character and playing it again to get your mind ready for what's about to happen. So a good example of this is if I were to play this song, and if you know what that show's from, you, like me, probably feel very sad right now. This trick works really well because when you play this song during a meaningful or memorable moment, or even a memorable introduction in a show, movie, or video game, your brain ties that song to that moment. So if it's played again, even if the character isn't there or the moment hasn't happened yet, you almost instinctually know what's about to happen. This is also used really well in the Into the Spider-Verse movie, where you have the Prowler theme, which is, in my opinion, one of the best villain themes ever. And it plays several times throughout the movie, and just, oh man, they use that so well. And actually, the Prowler theme is what inspired this video that I'm doing now, which is the top 5 anime antagonist themes. Now, I was very specific to choose the word antagonist because some of the characters with themes in this list aren't specifically villains, but they are the antagonist to the protagonist of their show. So that's why I wanted to make that very clear right out of the gate. And the only other rule I set while making this list was that I was only going to give one theme per show on this list because I didn't want a shonen like My Hero or Fairy Tail, who have really good antagonist themes, multiple really good antagonist themes, to basically dominate the list. But otherwise, let's get started. All right, and kicking it off at number 5 is the Armored Titan theme. Attack on Titan has, again, a lot of really good villain or antagonist themes, but whenever you hear the Armored Titan theme, it really sort of sets the stage for not only the terror that the Armored Titan brought early on in the series, but also the fact that if you heard this theme, especially in the later portions of the series, you knew that there was going to be a fight, and you knew it was going to be a good one. And this mashup of electric music with this more classical sound works really well for Reiner's theme, because you learn later on in the series, spoilers by the way, that Reiner is actually from the more technologically advanced nation that originally imprisoned Eren and his kind within the walls. It's a really interesting way of sort of making this character known whenever they're on screen, but also really just setting the mood, at least in this show's case, for what is absolutely going to be an epic fight almost every time. Now, coming in at number 5 is one of the 2 reasons why I'm calling this an antagonist list instead of a villains list, which is HISOKA'S theme. Hisoka is so weird, and his theme fits that perfectly. It's so fun, which to his clown exterior look really does match the vibe, but the sort of chaotic sound that it gives the longer you listen to it, and how all over the place it really is with this high energy and sort of off the beaten path styling compared to the rest of the show, really fits Hisoka's character. And the more I listen to it, the more I just want to get up and dance. I freaking love this song. And a couple times when he was sort of off screen for a while and comes back and you hear this song start to play, you knew that you were in for either a terrifying or awesome time. Sometimes both. It's Hisoka, who knows? Now, coming in at number 3 is personally my favorite villain theme, but considering we're trying to stick to antagonists, there are some better than this, but we have All for One's theme. Now, this version specifically is referred to as the power of All for One, but I think that honestly it's the best of the 2 themes that they give All for One, because it both perfectly encapsulates this dark, orchestral kind of vibe that I think really matches the character, and little details put into the sound work of this song sort of work really well for the idea of this character. Now, I know I'm getting kind of philosophical with this, but here's what I mean. When you first hear the vocals come in on this song, they're very muffled, and they almost sound like you're listening to this song through an old speaker. It's very interesting and sort of plays into the idea that All For One has been around for a very, very long time, that All For One is very old. And the fact that the song, the vocals for the song, also sound like they're coming from a time long past really works. And along with that, just the chilling sounds that they use, the chilling vocals they use, the overall orchestral, I don't know, pipe organ weirdness, just, oh man, anytime it plays in the show, it gives me chills, because I know that something legitimately bad is probably going to happen. And as I've been reading the manga for My Hero, I'm really not looking forward to hearing this theme with some of the stuff that he's done in the manga recently. Now, moving on to number 2 is a song that you can rock out to, even though it's tied directly to some of the evilest people that we've seen in this specific show, which is Tartarus' theme from Fairy Tail. This song specifically is called Absolute Demon, and it's an absolute banger. Fairy Tail has always been really good about mixing sort of rock with another genre, especially when it comes to the action scenes, but the way they mix this together is just amazing. The Tartarus demons were easily some of the most interesting characters to come about for a while in Fairy Tail, and honestly is one of my favorite arcs from the series, and this song contributes to some of the most epic moments for every character. And even though this theme doesn't specifically focus in on one character from Tartarus, it plays in every big moment where you're fighting Tartarus. So, in my opinion, I think it fits pretty well just generally as an antagonist theme when the guild or group is, as a whole, the antagonist for the characters. The mix of orchestral sounds, choirs, rock music, along with pipe organs and metal drums, and oh my god, it's so good. Fairy Tail, for me, I always love the music for Fairy Tail, but man, this one just, as soon as the drums hit at the beginning, I'm in it. Now, before we move on to number 1, I do have a few honorable mentions, starting with AOGIRI'S theme from Tokyo Ghoul. Honestly, Tokyo Ghoul for me didn't have a whole lot of really memorable character themes, at least when it came to the antagonists, and just like Tartarus, this theme fits to a group of characters as opposed to one specific character, but anytime one or multiple characters from AOGIRI became a threat in one way or another, this theme played, and it's a good theme. One of my other honorable mentions, though, is tied specifically to one character, and tied in such a way that it's sort of iconic to this character, which is Perfect Cell's theme from Dragon Ball Z. Oh man, I remember seeing this as a kid and being just blown away by Perfect Cell, and the music that played just stuck that moment in my head during that first transformation. And oh my gosh, I don't know what it is about this. It's very of the time and not something I would listen to regularly nowadays, but on the rare occasion that it comes up when I'm listening to like an anime playlist, I don't skip it. I can't skip it. It's so good. And this last theme in my honorable mentions list is also sort of iconic to the character that it's attached to, even if it only shows up towards the end of this character being in the series. And it is, spoiler alerts, Anderson's theme from Hellsing Ultimate. The song specifically is called Monster of God, and it's perfect in the way that it encapsulates Anderson as a character. It's this dramatic, dark theme with oddly up-toned vocals where it sounds almost heavenly in a way, almost church-like, but still carrying a very dark theme. And I don't know what it is about this song specifically that makes it work so well with Anderson, but the few things that I can piece together that make it work, they make it work really well. Alrighty, now that's enough of the honorable mentions. Time to move on to my personal favorite Antagonist theme. At number 1, we have L's theme from Death Note. Now, the specific theme I'm referring to from this series is L's theme A, because there's an A, a B, and a C. And this theme, like, where do I start with this theme? The song itself starts out with this very simplistic piano theme, and it's played right at the beginning during what seems to be L's very simplistic introduction of himself as a character. And it plays very simply and then begins to slowly become more complex. And within the same scene that this song is played, we see that the plan to expose Kira and find out who he really is more complex than we initially thought, showing that L is a very complex character. And as the song continues to play, it gets more aggressive in its musical stylings, showing that L is becoming more and more aggressive in his hunt for Kira. And by overlapping the basic piano themes at the beginning with the complexity that we're given later on, it's shown that L, just by the implications in the music, we see that L is a very, not simple character, a very complex character, but sort of with a forefront, sort of a facade of a more simple character to relax the people around him into making a mistake and allowing him to catch his prey. It's so well done and fits the character just perfectly. There's so many little things you can pick apart from this that just match L's character, and the fact that the composer went to so much work to actually make it work that well with L, just, chef's kiss. Well done, sir. This is a beautiful theme. And that's it. Those are my top 5 anime antagonist theme songs. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments if there's any that you really like that maybe I didn't add in the list, or anything you think I should try, maybe other character themes like character introductions, or maybe sad songs in anime, something like that. Just let me know if you guys have any ideas for these videos, and if you like them, make sure to subscribe for more content like this. And otherwise, I'll see you all in the next video. Make sure to be there and have a good one.